Welcome back to another show. Sitting down with RedNationBlogga here. Hawks and the Bucks. It didn't end how I wanted it to end. I didn't want Trae Young to hurt his ankle. He turned on a very fluke play, stepped on the referee's ankle out of bounds. But that's the playoffs. When injuries happen, you just got to play through it. Although I don't like injuries. I don't like when teams get to advance because of an injury, because there's always that what if factor, and I hate that feeling. But just overall, the Hawks game plan defensively, I don't know. I like Nate McMillan as a coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in the NBA. But I just don't understand the strategy. Defending Giannis one-on-one, letting him get in the paint, letting him go one-on-one versus Capella with minimal help, letting him go one-on-one versus Collins with minimal help, letting him get defended by a Gallinari one-on-one with minimal help. I just don't understand it. And then later in the game, when Middleton had 20 points in the fourth quarter, you don't send a double, you don't send a trap. You just let him go one-on-one after he's killing you and killing you and killing you. And Jrue Holiday was doing nothing tonight. Jrue Holiday played defense, but on the offensive end, I didn't feel or really see Jrue Holiday's impact whatsoever, if at all. So I'm very confused as to what the game plan was for the Atlanta Hawks going into the game. But we need to talk about something, man. Lou Williams. Lou Williams is considered a professional scorer. That's what people call him. Every time you watch a game, he's a professional scorer. I believe he has 3 Six-Man of the Year awards. He's one of the most offensively gifted players coming off the bench in the NBA. And I know he's a little bit older now. He's one of the last players that's in the NBA currently that came straight out of high school. But can you give us something? Can you give the Hawks something? Because you out there, you're playing 20, 25 minutes, and you're not being the professional scorer. And on the defensive end, you're not making up for it. You're too small on the defensive end. And on the offensive side of the ball, you're missing shots. You're missing shots after shots after shots, shots that you normally make in the regular season. You don't do this. And Lou Williams gets away with this every year. He did it in Houston in 2017. He did it with the Clippers in 2020. And now he's doing it now with the Atlanta Hawks. And we have to discuss it. Help Trae Young. Help him. Please. I don't understand. Bogdanovich playing on a bum knee, producing more. Kevin Huerter, Kayvon, he had, I believe, 9 points. Gallinari hit some big shots. John Collins got in foul trouble. I think that didn't really slow down Atlanta's offense, but I do think that once Trae Young hurt his ankle, I think that's what slowed down Atlanta's offense. Because even when John Collins went to the bench, the only thing that I noticed was the fact that they wasn't rebounding the ball with the same above-the-rim type of play. Obviously, when you got Gallinari in there over John Collins, you're not going to have above-the-rim play. But Gallo played big when he did get out there. And Chris Middleton, man, I want to salute. Fourth quarter performance. Everybody has been talking bad about you. Game 1, you had a bad performance. Game 2, you were much better. And then Game 3 tonight, you carried 38 points. That's incredible, dude. That's incredible. Big shot after big shot. I must tip my cap to you, dude. You play very, very well, and you silence a lot of people, at least for one night, about how you are as a player, how you are as a number 2 option, and what you could do in this league, because a lot of people question you, and I always say, hey, look, we get Paul George. People say the Clippers are contenders with Paul George as a number 2. Why can't the Bucks be a championship contender with Middleton? Middleton is just as inconsistent as Paul George, and when he shows up, he's just as impactful as Paul George. So I don't understand why Middleton can't be in that tier, but hey, that's just me. Moving on, switching gears. I want to talk about something that's been going on around the league. Rumors, of course, around this time of year, and that's one with Damian Lillard. Personally, I don't know. I feel like this is the perfect situation, because what's different from last season versus this season is we know what guys are. We know what guys are missing. The playoffs just ended. It's fresh in everybody's mind. And I believe that Damian Lillard should go to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Ben Simmons. I believe that Ben Simmons needs a change of scenery. He needs an organization that'll embrace him. He needs a fan base that'll embrace him. And that's Portland. That's what Portland does. They embrace players. They bring you in, and they take care of you. That's what their fan base does. And I believe that, with Chauncey Billups there, he could probably reach Ben Simmons more than any other coach could probably do, even though we said the same thing about Doc Rivers. But I just ultimately believe that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons got in each other's way. And I kind of felt that even like in 2019 a little bit. And then in 2020, I really felt that way. But I felt like Philly would have to make a decision sooner or later. It was either going to be Ben Simmons or it was going to be Joel Embiid. And clearly the answer is Joel Embiid. So Daryl Morey, don't be afraid to throw in Tyrone Maxey this time. Make the trade. Call Portland. Go get Dame, because I don't believe Dame wants to stay there with a rookie coach at 30 years old and start all over again. They lost in the first round to a Nuggets team. They got swept in the second round. So I'm sure Damian Lillard has took some type of offense to that. I'm sure he's decompressing and enjoying his vacation right now. But I'm pretty sure Dame wants to go to a situation where he can win. And what better situation than Philly? You guys have all the pieces. You have a bench. You have a coach, So I felt like what better situation to go to than Philly to go play with Joel Embiid and be that perimeter scorer that they need, that be that perimeter player, that elite presence on the outside that they need, because they already have the elite presence on the inside. So I believe that Damian Lillard should go to Philadelphia. I think that Daryl Morey should pull the trigger on that immediately. And Hawks game 3 in the books. Hawks game 4 is Tuesday. Hopefully Trae Young's ankle is much better. They say he getting the MRI. I'm not optimistic. Anytime you see MRI, I don't know. And it was such a fluky injury. I hated it had to end like that. But another show in the books. Thank y'all for watching. As always, like and subscribe. I'm out.